And we are back. Raiders franchise. In the last episode, we went against the Saints, but we won 21-14, which officially locked up the number one seed. In this episode, we're going to be playing the Chargers, who are 8-8. They are currently on the outside looking in for the playoffs. They do still have a chance. However, the 7th seed is the Broncos at 9-7, all the way down at the 12. There's a lot of teams in that 9-7, 8-8 range. So who knows who ends up getting that final spot or two? As you see, the number 6 seed is the Bills at 10-6. So it really is just that one spot for the Chargers to grab, and they have to hope teams like Cincinnati and Pittsburgh and Baltimore and Houston or Indianapolis, one of the two, end up losing. Like, that's a long list. But we're going to be playing our backups as we have nothing to play for. The only thing we will be playing for is spoiling, their season. But let's be honest, if they make the playoffs, then round of applause to them for, everything they needed to do to get in somehow happening. I'm just going to agree. All right, we did good, 13-3, potentially 14-3, potentially 13-4. Doesn't really matter to me which one because, like I said, we have the 1 seed regardless. But we're going to go ahead and do our weekly strategy for the final time this regular season. And yeah, just a quick update on this series. I do it every year. When we start to get towards the end of the series, we are going to be switching after this season. So after this game, and then however long our playoff run is, 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, who knows? Vondre Wallen's only going to be out for the 1 game. That's fine. Both Biddle and Taft still can't return. We are going to be switching to full season simulations. What that means is the off-season streams will be staying the same. Don't worry about that. But for the regular season, the playoff stuff, we are going to be going through the whole entire season. And I should also emphasize, we are only going to be doing one off-season stream now. We are going to be doing the off-season. The preseason is going to be cut into that regular season, or that one episode, I should say. So it's going to kind of be switched. Yeah, we do it every season, every series. With us getting closer and closer to Madden 27. Normally, it depends on how busy I am with, it looking like my availability for these recordings are going to be getting slimmer and slimmer as the weeks go on. Maybe, hopefully, it drops a bit. But here's the team, by the way. Maybe we come back and make some more. But as for now, we're going to have to be cutting back. But for final off-season decisions, resigns, there are a few guys, Kalen Robinson, Wes Agnew. I think Wes Agnew is very much going to depend on how he plays this game. He is going to be getting the start because, like I said, we're going to be resting our backups. And Kalen Robinson, I do think, is a good corner. Question is, can we afford him? Oh, we can afford him with money to spare. He doesn't want to resign. That's okay. We still have one more chance in the offseason to do so, and worst comes to worst, we could franchise tag him. Week 18, we have a battle between the Raiders and Chargers, where winner of this game, gets bragging rights. Pretty much both teams playing for virtually nothing. Like I said, the Chargers do still have a chance, but if we're being honest, it is such a far-fetched chance that not really looking at it. We're going to go ahead and give Davin Burks, our rookie, the start here for this game. Going to go ahead and give it to Emmett Harrington. Darren Hall, Ben Tover. Khalid Lowell can get some playing time potentially. Tight end. It's gonna still be Brock Bowers. We can't really, due to the Vondre Walton injury, we can't. Well, I guess we could put Jerome Ford out there, and there we go. Left tackle, we'll give it to Carlos Santos. We'll give it to Roberto Trevino, Najee Denard, John Cabrera. We shouldn't have another right tackle. We don't. Edge, we can't literally swap anyone out pretty much. Oh, we can. Where's Hitchens at? Go all the way down. I apologize if you're getting bored. It's going to take a while. We're going to put Culp, McCann, Frazier, Hunter Brewer. Wait, no. Sam stays the same no matter what. Mike, we do Hunter Brewer, and then Manuel Miranda. Will, we're going to go ahead and put D. Winters out there. Corners, it's going to be Dunn, Wagner, Forbes, Porter, well, Robinson. Well, no, Zach Walker, excuse me. And Darren Porter if we need a 5, I guess. And now we get to do all of these as well. Third down running back. 0 overall, but he shows up. We love to see that. We'll go ahead and give him it. Gadget. It should be Khalid Lowell, regardless. Power halfback. We'll go Ford and then Burks. Slot receiver. Harrington. Tover. Hall. We're almost done. Yeah. All right.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Let's do this. We're going to go ahead and return this one out up to about the 31-yard line. I appreciate you guys sticking with me for the first 8 minutes of that long, grueling task, if you're still here. We're going to start with 2 yards to Emmett Harrington. Then 10 yards to Graham Rivers. That's a first down. 5 yards to Davin Burks. An incomplete pass. Third down. Another incomplete pass, and we're most likely going to punt. We do. It's going to go for a touchback. 17 yards to Adrian Folk. 8-yard rush by Herbert. 5-yard rush by Matthew Bullard, their fullback. 5-yard rush for Amarian Hampton. 14 yards to Adrian Folk. They're moving this football. 10 yards to Ladd McConkey. He's going to bring up first down in the red zone. We'll hop into slow-mo and watch this play out. Herbert complete. That is Adrian Folk. I just accidentally pressed circle instead of X. Ignore that. 3 yards on the play, though. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action, and wide open is McConkey for the touchdown. And the Chargers are going to have a great opening drive, or they'll take the lead 7-0. $11 yards to Harrington, 9 yards to Graham Rivers. Incomplete pass. Dallas Turner knocks that one away. 3rd and 1. We get sacked by Dallas Turner, and we're going to have to punt again, and it goes for another touchback. D Winters with the sack after 12 yards to McConkey. 6 yards for Hampton on second down. 3rd and 12. Max Dunn knocks it away, and they're going to have to punt this one. Penalty on the punt, but it's on them, so it doesn't matter. 2 yards for Burks. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 8. 59-yard touchdown to Ben Tover. Yeah! There's also an injury on the play to one of the Chargers linebackers / edge rushers. Jalen Robertson with the sack. And then a penalty on Chad Gibbs backs him up even more. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 22. They get 10 with Folk. Well short of the first down. And they're going to punt. Very bad punt. That will also take us to quarter number 2. Two yards for Burks, followed by a sack by J.P. Paulson. An incomplete pass, and we're going to have to punt. And yet again, another bad punt. This is indoors, by the way, so there's no weather affecting this at all. Jamison Williams gets 8 yards there. Hampton with 3 to pick up the first. Take him across midfield. 11 for McConkey. 8 for Hampton. 2nd and 2. 4 yards to Chad Gibbs. They're close enough to the red zone. Herbert gets sacked for a 5-yard loss, though. Maybe not. 2nd and 15 now, back at the 31. But he finds his man. That's Chad Gibbs. Up to the 13-yard line. First down. And they are back in the red zone now. We see Adrian Folk in motion. They go hand off to Hampton for maybe a yard. No gain. 2nd and 10 now. Creeping up to the halfway point in this quarter. Means halftime is closing in. Great coverage there by 36. Who is that? That's Emmanuel Forbes. 3rd and 10 now. And D. Winters gets the sack. They're going to attempt 37-yard field goal, somewhere around there. Should be. And it's good. 10-7. The Chargers hold the lead over the Raiders. 14 yards of Darren Hall to start. 2 yards for Davin Burks. Man, this guy is just 2-yard merchant. 5 yards to Emma Harrington. 5 yards for Burks. There we go. First down. Quincy Pendleton with the sack. 10 yards to Darren Hall. 3rd and 3. 8 yards to Ben Tover for a first down. Penalty on Carlos Santos will back us up 5. 7 yards to Harrington. 2nd and 8. 6 yards for Burks. 3rd and 3. 8 yards to Harrington. That's going to be enough for a first down. Put us in the red zone as well. Under 3 to go, so we'll probably watch the rest of this half play out. Should be our possession, and then the Chargers will probably have a possession after as well. As this is Jerome Ford on the carry. Able to get 6. Play action to Burks. Agnew rolling out. Gonna take it himself. He's tracked down inside the 1. I thought maybe he got in there. The tip of the football looked like it might have crossed. Oh, that knee is down a lot earlier than I expected. Never mind.
First down, Las Vegas.
2-minute warning. Davin Burks stood up. That's okay, though, because that causes them to take a timeout.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Tried to hit Harrington, but it looked like they were run committing. That's why I did that. 3rd and goal now. We get tackled back at the 3-yard line. And this is the computer saying we should go for it, by the way, not me. And we're going to fail, which gives the Chargers the ball back. I mean, we're not playing to win, so that's okay. Gonna lose a yard there is Hampton. Oh, you're chewing clock? That's fine. Oh, on run the ball. It'll probably work, I'm being honest. And they find the open guy. It's been a while since I played Madden, by the way. Most of these have been pre-recorded, the past few episodes. If you were on my Twitter, you would know why. But I can say it, I guess. My cat is unfortunately dying. And we're probably going to have to say goodbye in about a week's time. What a move by Chad Gibbs. So, yeah. They're out of timeouts, by the way, so it might just be a Hail Mary attempt by them. They probably have time for one play and to spike it. Well, I guess they could go out of bounds. That works too.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
I mean, if they keep doing that, they're gonna get in field goal range eventually. So let's change our coverage. We're gonna call man, and that could backfire. Tackled in bounds. The clock doesn't stop, please. They don't get it off in time. I don't know how he was tackled in bounds. That's crazy. I thought we got him, but I'll take it. We got Bills and Lions 10-6 for 6 and 10. Bills fighting for their life. Lions, well, they're just season's over. And it's going to be the Bills 34-10, and that'll do it for them. That will punch their ticket into the postseason, making all those teams fighting for that 9-7 little record now fighting for that one final spot. We have Colts and Titans. Colts need a win and a Texans loss if they want to win a division. They could still potentially make it with a loss depending on tiebreakers, and that's what they're going to have to rely on as the Titans pull off the upset 27-24. We see Buccaneers Cowboys. Really, this is the game you show us two teams who are out of the playoffs. But it's going to be the Buccaneers and their run game, able to make a bunch of people miss. Whoop! 29-27. It's going to be a good game. And maybe that's why they showed it with a win for the Buccaneers. Here's the playoff picture. We said the Colts actually, the Colts were leading the division, I guess. But with that loss, now it gives Houston a chance. And then Buffalo at that 6th seed, like I said, does lock that spot up. They could potentially jump up to the 5, but they cannot drop down to the 7. Or they could potentially even jump up to their division winner. But we'll see who's able to get that final playoff spot. We now know it is literally up to that 7 seed. And then the Texans or Colts, one of them is getting that 4 seed. But the Chargers get the ball to start second half, already up 3, facing a 3rd and 9 already. And they're going to go 3 up, 3 down. 3 plays, 1 yard, and a punt. And it'll be Wes Agnew's turn. 14 yards to Emmett Harrington to pick up the first. Harrington really showing his worth. 3 yards for Agnew. 7 yards for Davin Burks through the air, which will be enough for a first. They Chargers have a cornerback injury. 5 yards for Davin Burks. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 5. 14 yards to Harrington. We're going to have to give him an increased role next season. Mario Douglas will be entering the final year of his contract, I believe. So, definitely something to look at. Dangerous pass to Darren Hall. Somehow squeezes it in there. What a throw. 1st and goal to the 8. But yeah, for Harrington, he's playing really well this game. Obviously, wide receiver 4. He just gets the 8-yard touchdown there. He has to get playing time. I mean, we might have to say goodbye to Douglas, who, I mean, had just a rough year. Obviously, did really well last year. This year, battling all those injuries and then just a poor performance. It might just be the trade candidate. 11 yards for Jameson Williams. 8 yards for Hampton. 3 yards for Hampton for the first. 6 yards for Hampton. 7 for Jameson Williams on a carry. 6 yards to Josh Nava. 12 yards.
Another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
All right, headset audio's back, and right in time for a touchdown to Ladd McConkey. I have no idea how that's going to sound in the video, by the way, so I apologize in advance. Maybe you can't even hear me now. I don't know what happened. My headset just went silent. So, but we're back. 17-14, Chargers take the lead here with 2.5 remaining in the 3rd. Which this game is very well going to come down to who's able to do better in the 4th. With 22 yards to Darren Hall to start this drive. 2 yards for Burks. 3rd and 8. Dallas Turner with the sack. And Dustin Price D-tackle injury. Even if the Chargers make it, they are getting so injured. 5-yard rush by Herbert. 4 yards for Hampton. 3rd and 1. Do they get it? They do. Hampton with 2. Incomplete pass. Just threw it away. 13 for McConkey and a first. 11 for Chad Gibbs and a first. 4 yards for Hampton. 6 for Hampton will be just short. But Hampton says, no worries. I can get another 6. Incomplete pass. 12 yards to Adrian Falk. 1st down. Puts the Chargers in the red zone. In a situation where they very much could put this game not away. But it would be very, time-consuming for the Raiders having to score twice. But good news is for the Raiders, if they're able to hold them to a field goal, then we're still at a 1-score game. 1-yard pickup, by the way, for Hampton. We see Falk in motion, followed by Kalen Robinson. And somehow, someway, able to find the hole in the defense is Chad Gibbs. And that's going to be a touchdown. And we're going to go ahead and play some offense with this backups here. See if we're able to do something.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Raiders 14. Chase McLaughlin set.
A good way to start would be with a good return, right, Max Dunn? I mean, 28-yard line, not terrible. No complaints. Why is Rashad Jackson running out there? Okay, it's Wes Agnew. I was about to say. Good run by Davin Burks up to the 43. That's a good play. We haven't seen from him quite yet.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Raiders.
if I just hold that ball for a little bit longer, but then again, I also risked a sack. Could have had bent over potentially, depending on what the DB did. There was no safety help whatsoever. Harrington hangs on for that tough grab. 3rd and 4 now. Their own forward to back. And we hit Darren Hall to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. Well, we can technically pick up a 1st down, it looks like. Bad throw. Harrington had a step, but I mean, cross body on the run off the like. I can't blame West Agnew there. Gavin Burks tackled forward to the 6-yard line. Will bring up 3rd and goal, pretty much. And we somehow don't get the touchdown, but we get the 1st down. That's crazy. Yeah, it never crosses. Jerome Ford goes up and over. What a dive. Showing, hey, I may be up there in age for a running back, but I still got it. As we bring it back to a field goal game with 4.5 to go.
His kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 24, Raiders 21.
Big hit there by Hunter Brewer. Unfortunately, he hangs on.
At their own 24-yard line.
Their average rushing yards, 70 a carry. Today, over 100, 105. 70 a carry. Whoa, that'd be... Whoa. 70 a game. Do the backups have what it takes to get it done? Or we almost just let Amari and Hampton take it the distance in the very first play.
It's a gain of 30. And the Chargers 1st down.
Woo! He broke that tackle. There was some running room. That's for sure.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6 now.
At the 41-yard line.
First down to the first three. Those little check downs with Chad Gibbs, he's just such a good route runner, it appears, in those scenarios. He is looking in those. Good tackle there by Robertson. 2nd and 9, only managing 1 on the play. Whoa, what did I just open?
Brings up 2nd and 9. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 9. We took a timeout. Down goes Herbert, and they might be out of field goal range.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down. Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And it doinks!
Is no good.
Just kept going right, and unfortunately doesn't fall. All right, 2 minutes to go. Chargers with the lead, but we're with the ball with a chance. Press coverage. Depending on what they do, Darren Hall could be open here. They send him back, but that leaves Emmett Harrington open. Up to the 28.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
Jerome Ford the back now. Gonna go absolutely nowhere. Loss of 3 on the play, actually.
Brought down back at the 32.
And we find Emmett Harrington in the end zone. What a throw! Whoa, why are we zoomed in? We're pressured. We see one-on-one. No one's getting open in time. It's literally just throw it up, and somehow, someway, Harrington able to make the play. And it's going to be a 20... Let's wait for the field or the extra point. 28-24 game. Raiders with the lead. Chargers now. Final life. Do they have what it takes? Are they able to come from behind? Their playoff spot already, not guaranteed. A loss would all but end it. A win, and we'll find out when we advance week who it's going to be representing that 7 seed. And, I mean, we'll take that. That is probably the dagger. What's his name? Chandler Bayless? Or, no, excuse me, Chase Bayless, right? It's Chase. It is. Herbert tries to do a quarterback keeper, and that's going to be the fatal fumble. Kalen Robinson, the one to lay the boom. That ball is most definitely out. Somehow, thankfully able to beat him. Joe Alt was also right there, but
Joshua Carty on for the extra point.
we're going to go for 2. Make it a 12-point game. 2 touchdowns.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And who else but Brock Bowers? Why he's out there, I don't know, but we'll give it to him. 50 seconds remaining in the game. Chargers down 2 touchdowns, 12 points. So they're going to have to score 2 touchdowns unless they somehow manage to score a third time. Another big hit.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own.
Yeah, with limited timeouts, they're most likely going to have to rely on an onside kick. And that timeout will solidify that. They will need an onside kick.
It's a gain of 18. And the Chargers first down.
They tried that little out route, and we could have got called for pass interference, maybe, but ultimately we don't. D. Winters on Amari and Hampton. We were all over him, and down goes Herbert. 3rd and 16. Evie, calm down. I don't know if you heard that. Down goes Herbert again. D. Winters, and they're going hurry up.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
This is it. 22 yards or the game is over. And he can't stay in bounds. And we're going to win the game. And that will do it for the Chargers season. They lose to the backups. And one more big run by Davenport. You want to take a timeout? Okay, we'll call another play then.
The 28-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Raider first down. The ball carried by number
Let's go. 36-24. We win. 14-3 on the year. Let's look at this stat line. 24 for 36, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Rushing, Davenberg's 13 for 68. We'll take it. Jerome Ford, 3 for 4 and a touchdown. His playing days are done. He needs to retire after this year. Receiving, Harrington goes off 11 for 130 and 2 touchdowns. Darren Hall, 5 for 102. Ben Tover, 2 for 67 and a touchdown. Davenberg's 4 for 22. Graham Rivers, 2 for 19. Blocking, 2 sacks by Santos, 1 by Trevino, and 1 by Grant. Defensively, 14 total tackles for Gio Fletcher, 10 for Hunter Brewer, 2 tackles for loss for both D. Winters and Jalen Robinson, with 2.5 sacks to Robertson, 2 for Winters, 1.5 for Culp. A crucial fumble by Jalen Robinson to scoop and score by Bayless. Kicking, didn't have to kick it all. Punting, doesn't really matter, 49-yard average. Not great. Obviously, we want to get that kind of mid-50s, but I mean, it's same thing with AJ Cole. His playing days are behind him. He, if he was smart, would retire after this year. But we're gonna go ahead and get this film thing over with, and then we are going to Advanced Week, where we are going to find out who is going to be in the playoffs and who will unfortunately be watching on the couch for all those 9 and 7 teams. To quickly go over it, we already know the Bills did lock up their playoff spot. We know the Chargers obviously lost, so they will be out. We see Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Baltimore all in the same division having a chance. We see the Colts and Texans battling for both a playoff spot and a division. And then we have Denver and, well, we had Los Angeles, but a loss there knocks them out. Who is it going to be? We're going to advance week one final time. It will be... Well, we won't know because we're on a bye. And we are going to wait until next episode to reveal who it's going to be. We have a weekly award, and it's going to go to Wes Agnew. The backup does amazing. He did great. Over 2,000 yards. Could have potentially had the rushing record, but we decided we don't want you to play in the Week 18 game because, one, we already clinched the playoff spot. Because we don't want you to get injured. There's no point in you playing if you're not gonna. All right. 40 injuries. We are going to be. Oh, we're not gonna know. It doesn't tell us. Okay. Thanks, game. But Biddle and Taft are eligible to return. We're gonna have to cut some players. Remove player from IR. We have no IR removals remaining. That's a thing. So we're without Taft and Biddle for the rest of the year. That's bullshit. I did not know that was a rule. That better be an NFL rule. We're without. Okay, Nick Herbig, you got big shoes to fill. But the playoff bracket, here we go. Denver is in, which means they won. Cleveland is in, which means they won, unless they all lost. Indianapolis is in, which means Houston lost. Looking at the standings, Pittsburgh lost. Cincinnati lost. Baltimore lost. Houston lost. Every single team but Denver in that playoff scenario, and Cleveland. But Cleveland, it literally wouldn't have mattered. And same with Denver because every other team lost. That's crazy. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. We'll find out who we're playing in the next episode. The only teams we can't play are the Jets and the Browns. So, depending on the winners of all the other games and the losers, is who we'll be playing. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.